It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. Well, we always keeps it a Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and my Trill 100 Mil gang? Again, as always, I just want to say thank you for everybody that has been subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, watching the videos, and leaving the comments. As always, honestly and sincerely, I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Let's get into it. Let's go. SHAKUR Stevenson. All right, he has a fight coming up, I believe, December this week, the 13th, I believe, against Cleary. SHAKUR Stevenson's 14-0 with 8 knockouts. Cleary is 28-2, I think, with 19 knockouts. He lost 2 fights. He lost unanimous decision to Kid Galahad, and he was stopped by John Jamino. Now, SHAKUR Stevenson, in his last fight against Felix Caraballo, I thought that he put on an excellent performance. I mean, excellent. It was like target practice. You know what I mean? He had the perfect angles. You know what I mean? The perfect combinations. Everything was coming off nice. I thought SHAKUR Stevenson put on a classic clinical performance in that fight against Felix Caraballo. Now, Cleary is saying, listen, I'm older, I'm smarter, I learned from my losses. He said, SHAKUR Stevenson's still young, he only 23. Cleary is 28. And he's saying that, this is the opportunity that he's been waiting for. Now, I think that this is a good step-up fight for SHAKUR Stevenson, and I just say that because, and I'm not saying, not to discredit any of the other fighters that he has fought at 126, because now he's fighting at 130, but you can even look at SHAKUR Stevenson from when he turned pro, and you can look at him now, and you can see that he's filling out now, like he's coming into his, to his grown man, his grown man strength, like you can see it. However, I don't, like even though he stopped Caraballo in the 6th round, but SHAKUR Stevenson, he doesn't have that one or two punch knockout power. He got to break you down over a period of rounds. And one thing I will say, if you start off slow, and he usually does, Cleary is usually a slow starter, and he's a southpaw too. But if you start off slow against SHAKUR Stevenson, it's going to be target practice again. If you allow SHAKUR Stevenson to get out on you, you ain't going to be able to catch up. Because he's fast. He got his hands is fast. He got quick combinations. Now, got some power. So I think this is going to be a pretty good test too for SHAKUR, as far as like, at 132, to see how well he takes, especially if Cleary can land some clear shots. If he can land some clear shots when SHAKUR Stevenson, then we gonna see. If Toka can catch him clean with a good shot on the chin, whatever, you're gonna see how well he take it. We're gonna see how well he take it. So, and I think, Cleary, he's looking at it like he really doesn't have much to lose. You know what I mean? He already lost, twice. So, I guess he said he's going to go in and just, he going to let it, he said he's going to be smart, but he going to let it hang out. But I'm telling you, if you start off slow against SHAKUR Stevenson, if anybody saw the fight with SHAKUR Stevenson and Felix Caraballo, and you seen how, he just basically did what he wanted in there. He did whatever he wanted to do, when he wanted to do it. So, like I said, Toka, if you start off slow, SHAKUR gonna punish that ass, boy. He gonna break you down over them rounds, and Mess around and have, you know what I mean, your second stoppage and third loss in your career. But there's another fighter I want to talk about. Stephen Fulton, Cool Boy Steph from Philadelphia. I would like to see him and Shakur Stevenson fight. I think that would be a good fight for Shakur Stevenson too. You know, Cool Boy Steph is undefeated. You don't really hear too much about him, but if y'all know about Cool Boy Steph, y'all know he ain't playing. He the real deal. Cool Boy Steph is the real deal. And it's funny because Shakur Stevenson he did an interview, right? And you know, and I, you know, because I know, like, you know, when he was coming up, you know, like before he turned pro and then the amateurs, like he worked with Tank, sparred with a lot of different people and all that stuff. But they asked him about the other fights, you know, the Tiafimo fight and, you know, the Errol Spence Danny. They asked him about, like, what do you think about the fights that you've seen so far? He said, I wasn't impressed. He said I wasn't impressed. He said I wasn't impressed with none of the fights. He said except for except for Terrence Crawford. He said but all the other fights, he said he wasn't impressed. And he said, like, going later into his career, he said he can see him and Tank going head to head. Like, he basically he took a shot at Tank. He basically took a shot at him. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I do like and I respect about Shakur Stevenson is that he speaks to, you can just look at him and tell, like, he, you know, he's honest. He don't make statements for hype, you know what I mean, or for headlines. He just say what he say what he really think or what he really feel. He say it, and you got to respect that. You got to respect that. You know what I mean? So I mean, all right. So you got Shakur Stevenson. You got Shakur Stevenson going up against Toka Khan Cleary. Who do y'all think is going to win? I got Shakur Stevenson winning. Unanimous decision. Maybe stopping him. Maybe 8th round. So let me know what y'all think. Smash that like button. Drop me some comments. And let's get back at it again.